Anna Hamilton didn't see herself as a suspicious person, but when someone's been following her for quite a while, she gets a queasy feeling in her stomach. Guaranteed, she was out late, but she was strong, and from taking the new karate classes, she knew she couldn't and wouldn't be defeated. Anna picked up the pace, her legs and arms pumping as she turned her walk into a brisk one, looking back to see that the dark roulette was still following her. Anna had the strongest urge to spin around and smack the stranger's face, and demand them to ask why the heck they were following her. At the same time of night, but her mind argued with her, saying just how maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe the stranger was just going the same way as her. A few minutes and she had came to an entrance of her cookie cutter home. She hated it, but she wanted to humor her mother, and to make it seem as if she actually cared about the presence of the house. So she had put flower pots randomly. This neighborhood had no history of crimes, but Anna had seen the news, and many people seemed to get crazier by the second. She turned at a 90-degree angle up with her driveway, and what she seemed to look like a man showed at his step, making Anna grow even more concerned. Look, can I help you with something? Are you lost, or do you just want me for the heck of it? Anna finally confronted the man, but all the man did was look up at her with haunted eyes and moved his head forward once again. It was almost robotic. Well, I'm going inside now. Bye, mister. Wait, I want to ask you something. Anna unlocked the door, and was suspicious. She locked it up quickly behind her, watching as the man walked into the foggy night. The next day, and Anna had almost forgotten about the whole ordeal. But looking out of her bedroom window, she could see the shape of a man standing right outside her property, toes barely touching the curb of her yard. Turning around, she turned the light on to make sure she wasn't crazy. She turned back to her window, only to see the mysterious man had gone. Walking with her purse across of her shoulder, she headed to the place of work, which so happened to be the library. Of course, you might think it's boring, but if someone would ask, do you love your job? She would of course say she loved it. The smell of books and the hushed laughter of the school kids. Everyone loved Anna too. She was known to be a cool librarian, as she let the kids sneak in food and drinks or let them be a little too rambunctious. As always, her fellow librarian and friend Katie sat on one of the desks behind her, the tall counter. But instead of the latest Cosmo issue, she had a newspaper in hand. My dear Katie, is that actually a newspaper in your hand? I never knew I would be alive to the day Aunt Katie Price would read it. This is amazing. Anna joked, and Katie stuck her tongue out in response. Okay, I'm just reading this really cool sounding article about this man that was outside, tall man that had died. Anna put her bag in the crew room and went to sit next to her friend. Peeking over her shoulder, Anna's eyes frowned, and she pointed to a picture of a man that looked very similar. Hey, I know him! Katie looked interested and set the newspaper down. You do? How? Anna shrugged. What do you mean? Katie said. Did you not hear me earlier? No, I was putting my purse down. I couldn't hear with the keys rattling. Anyway, he's really weird. He followed me home yesterday, and I think I saw him outside my lawn this morning. Are you sure, Anna? Anna looked at her in confusion. Yes, of course, why? Didn't I tell you I couldn't hear what you said? Well, I don't know if you could hear me, but he was murdered 2 weeks ago. And then, the next day, she was too.